Do you believe that a car capable of racing faster than a bullet has already been invented? Are you aware that there are already tanks that extinguish fires using jet engines? And what if I tell you that there is a machine that combines the power of a space rocket and the might of military technology? In this video, I will show you the most extraordinary vehicles ever created by humans. You will see machines that not only push the boundaries of what's possible, but break the laws of physics. And of course, some of them truly captivate the imagination. Secrets, incredible achievements, and projects that could be the plot of a movie. All of this awaits you in this video. Ready for unexpected discoveries? Let's go! Bloodhound LSR. Imagine a car that can accelerate faster than a bullet. Bloodhound LSR is not just a car, it's a scientific experiment, an engineering challenge, and a true speed breakthrough of the 21st century. Its goal is to reach 1,000 miles per hour and become the fastest vehicle ever created by humans. The project started back in 2008 when former Royal Air Force pilot Andy Green and Richard Noble wanted to accelerate a car to unprecedented speeds. To fulfill their ambition, they needed not just a powerful engine, but an entire array of technologies from the worlds of aviation and space exploration. Externally, the Bloodhound LSR resembles a futuristic Arrow 30 feet in length. Its body is a combination of carbon fiber and aerospace-grade aluminum capable of withstanding hellish stresses. At such speeds, even air becomes almost solid, creating incredible pressure on the car's surface. The main driving force of this vehicle is the Rolls-Royce Eurojet EJ200 jet engine, taken from a Eurofighter Typhoon combat aircraft. This engine alone is capable of accelerating the car to 650 miles per hour. But that was not enough. To break the sound barrier and reach the coveted 1,000 miles per hour, a Nemo rocket was installed at the rear of the car to provide additional thrust. Imagine you're lucky enough to be driving through the desert, and behind you, a jet engine ignites with a nozzle temperature of over 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit. But accelerating is one thing. How do you stop? At such high speeds, regular brakes would simply melt. That's why engineers developed a three-stage deceleration system. First, at 800 miles per hour, more air brakes are deployed, creating significant drag. Then, when the speed drops to 650 miles per hour, parachutes come into play, sharply reducing inertia. And only when the speed decreases to 200 miles per hour can classic carbon disc brakes be used. The Bloodhound LSR test took place in the Pan Desert in 2019. The initial runs under the control of Andy Green showed impressive results. The car accelerated to 501 miles per hour, then to 628 miles per hour, entering the elite club of vehicles that have surpassed the 600 miles per hour threshold. But that was not enough. The team planned a new phase of testing aimed at 700, 800, 900, and finally 1,000 miles per hour. Unfortunately, the ambitious project faced financial difficulties. In 2018, the company managing Bloodhound LSR declared bankruptcy. The fate of the car was hanging by a thread until entrepreneur Ian Warhurst bought the rights and gave the project a second life. Today, the Bloodhound team is looking for sponsors and preparing for new record-breaking runs. Well, let's wish them luck and move on to the next exhibit. The Big Wind Fire Tank. Get ready to be amazed because in front of you is Big Wind, the most powerful and mind-blowing fire tank in history. This machine combines the legendary Soviet T-34 with the jet engines of a MiG-21 fighter. Yes, you heard right. In this machine, tank armor meets aviation power. The story of Big Wind began in the early 90s when an environmental disaster was raging in Kuwait. As a result of military actions, 700 oil wells caught fire, and every day, 10 million barrels of oil were burning in the flames. Black plumes of smoke covered the sky, turning the region into a true branch of hell on earth. A way to extinguish these terrifying fires needed to be found urgently. The solution was proposed by the Hungarian company MB Drilling. Their idea was as follows. Take a T-34, remove its turret, and install AS-2 jet turbines from a MiG-21 in its place. These engines develop an insane thrust of 15,700 pounds. But instead of lifting the machine into the air, they create a powerful gas stream, capable of taming the flames. The Big Wind operates on a simple, yet incredibly effective principle. Water is supplied through special nozzles directly in front of the turbines. When the engine is activated, an ultra-powerful water stream is generated, ejecting at a rate of 700 liters per second. This is equivalent to Niagara Falls hitting a single point. This stream not only extinguishes the fire, but also cools the heated pipes, preventing the fire from reigniting. Despite its formidable appearance, this machine is operated by just 3 people. The driver maneuvers the tank at a turtle's pace of 3 miles per hour. This is because only the first gear remains in the transmission. The operator controls the turbines, ensuring precise operation, while the fire observer assesses the situation and adjusts the team's actions. These guys have to work in fireproof suits because, even inside the machine, they feel the unbearable heat. The big one weighs 92,000 pounds and stands 13 feet tall. When it arrives at the scene of a fire, it seems more like a weapon from a science fiction movie than a fire truck. This beast knows no fear. It approaches the raging flames, its turbines start to roar, and 30 feet from the fire's core, the water cannons are activated. Giant tongues of flame erupt from the oil wells but cannot withstand the onslaught of water and gas. In a matter of minutes, the infernal fire disappears, leaving behind only clouds of steam. The NASA Crawler Transporter. This is not just a vehicle, it is the largest self-propelled mechanism in the world. Meet the NASA Crawler Transporter, a giant machine that transports spacecraft to the launch site. These monsters were built in 1965 and have since remained a key component in rocket launch preparations. NASA has 2 such transporters and they even have names, Hans and Franz. They were specifically created for the Apollo program and later used for transporting space shuttles. Imagine this machine weighs 5,300,000 pounds and can carry up to 12 million pounds of cargo. The construction is truly unique. 4 enormous carts, each equipped with 2 tracks. In total, the transporter has 8 tracks, and each consists of 57 massive treads, each weighing 2,000 pounds. Operating such a machine is a real challenge, but a special hydraulic system ensures that the platform remains perfectly level during movement. The propulsion system is also impressive. Inside, there are 16 electric motors, which are powered by 4 powerful generators. The generators, in turn, are driven by 2 V16 Alco 2M51C diesel engines. Each engine has a power output of 3,700 horsepower. What is the speed? Just 1 mile per hour with a load and 2 miles per hour without it. However, this is not a drawback, but a necessity. After all, transporting fragile rockets and shuttles is a delicate task. The 5.5-mile journey takes about 5 hours. Specifically, for this giant, NASA built the crawlerway. This path is a dual road made of gravel and asphalt. The thickness of the surface is 3 feet and the width is 131 feet. Under such pressure, regular asphalt simply wouldn't hold up. And finally, the transporter is equipped with 2 control cabins, one at the front, on the other at the back. This allows Hans and Franz to move in any direction without turning around. It is operated by just one driver, but a whole team of engineers monitors the process. Without these titans, Apollo 11 wouldn't have gone to the moon, and the shuttles wouldn't have reached orbit. NASA's crawler transporters are true engines of progress, carrying humanity towards the stars. A hybrid of a plane and a boat. The idea of combining a watercraft and an aircraft into one vessel sounds quite fantastic, but it's a reality. Meet the Airfish 8, a unique aircraft that neither flies nor sails in the usual sense. Instead, it glides over the water's surface using the ground effect. Created by the Singaporean company ST Engineering, this craft can reach speeds of up to 104 miles per hour. This is 3 times faster than a regular boat. And most surprisingly, it is 2.5 times more efficient than a hydroplane. Essentially, it's something between an airplane, a boat, and a ground effect vehicle. Its appearance is also unconventional. It is based on an aerodynamic hull with side wings that extend almost the entire width and end, with upward curved blades, and at the tail section there is a double T-shaped stabilizer, which gives the craft its recognizable silhouette. The Airfish 8 operates on an 8-cylinder gasoline engine that produces 500 horsepower. And all this is not for flying, but to keep the machine 16 inches, or even 23 feet above the water's surface. It literally flies, but does not take off from the ground. The main advantage of this machine is that it does not require airports or runways. The Airfish 8 can be based right at the dock, which opens up incredible possibilities for tourism, private transportation, and even rescue operations. It has a passenger capacity of 8 people plus 2 pilots. If passengers are not needed, it can carry up to 2,200 pounds of cargo. And yes, the Airfish 8 is already entering the market. The first 10 machines will be sent to Turkey this year. There they will operate in the field of elite tourism and private transportation. The 16 dental hypercars, Bugatti and Koenigsegg. Forget them. Today, I will tell you about a car that looks as if it came from another planet. Meet the Devil 16. Now, this is a car that challenges the laws of physics. This beastly machine was presented at an auto show in Dubai, and the engineers claimed it is the fastest hypercar in the world. The body is made of a carbon fiber monocoque on an aluminum frame. This approach allowed the body to be lightweight yet strong. But the appearance is like something out of a futuristic action movie. A streamlined cockpit, massive angular edges, and at the back are located 4 huge pipes resembling jet nozzles. All of this creates the impression that we are looking at a ground fighter jet. But the most interesting part is under the hood. There you will see not just a powerful engine, it's a monster. 12.5 liters of displacement of 16 cylinders, 4 turbochargers, and an incredible power of 4,500 horsepower. And the engineers claim that they can boost the engine up to 5,000. Now, numbers that sound like science fiction. Acceleration to 60 miles per hour in just 1.8 seconds. That's faster than Formula 1 cars. And the top speed is 350 miles per hour. Even the Bugatti Chiron looks slow next to it. Inside, it's pure minimalism. A simple digital panel, a steering wheel with 8 control buttons. Everything is designed so the driver isn't distracted by trivialities and can keep the beast under control. And how much does such a marvel cost? The minimum price starts at $1,600,000. But the price depends on how powerful an engine you want under the hood. Ripsaw EV2. What if I told you that there is a tracked monster capable of accelerating like a sports car and even drifting? It sounds incredible, but it's a reality. The Ripsaw EV2 is a machine that has revolutionized the concept of all-terrain vehicles. This pinnacle of engineering was developed by Hound Technologies, known for their cool projects. The Ripsaw EV2 is not a military tank, but a luxury off-road vehicle on tracks. It can accelerate to 60 miles per hour in just a few seconds. And it's not just on smooth asphalt, it speeds over rough terrain at over 100 kilometers per hour. Inside this Titan, you'll find a premium class interior, a sports steering wheel, comfortable seats, and an eye-pleasing design that resembles a supercar's interior more than military equipment. This all-terrain vehicle will provide you not only with off-road capability but also with the comfortable ride on any surface. The Ripsaw EV2 has successfully passed tests on ice and snow, demonstrating that no natural obstacles are a threat to it. It literally glides over frozen surfaces while remaining incredibly maneuverable. And now the main question, how much does this monster cost? The price starts at $100,000, but that's just for the basic version. The designers are so proud of their creation that each Ripsaw EV2 is assembled by hand for a specific customer. However, only the interior can be customized. The platform itself remains unchanged, so if you've dreamed of a tracked supercar that can race, drift, and overcome any obstacles, then the Ripsaw EV2 is exactly what you need. The letter No off-road vehicle, TC497, overland train. Imagine a giant road train that can travel over any terrain, carry hundreds of tons of cargo, and extend in length while on the move. Sounds like science fiction, but it's a real project of the American Army, the Letourneau TC497 Overland Train Mark II. In the 1950s, the USA needed ultra-capable transport vehicles. Instead of building new roads, engineers decided to create a road train that could replace a railway train while moving over any surface. Steel wheels were replaced with huge rubber tires, and maneuverability was ensured by a unique steering system. The Mark II was powered by 4 gas turbine engines located in different parts of the train. The most interesting part was that new trailers with engines could be added to it, making it even longer and more powerful. The length of the Mark II reached 600 feet, which made it the longest off-road vehicle in human history. It could carry 300,000 pounds of cargo at a speed of 20 miles per hour. Fully loaded, it could travel from 350 to 400 miles. And if you add additional fuel tanks, it could go even further. Inside the cabin, there is everything for a comfortable journey. 6 sleeping berths, a kitchen, a toilet, and a radar for navigation. It's a true home on wheels, but with the capability to transport military cargo. In the early 60s, the Mark II underwent testing in Yuma, Arizona. It demonstrated excellent results, but then the M64 Skycrane cargo helicopters appeared, which could deliver cargo faster. As a result, the road train was put into storage, and in 1969, it was put up for sale for $1.5 million. Today, from the Mark II, only the cabin remains, which is still located at the Army testing ground in Yuma. Despite this, it forever entered history as the longest off-road vehicle ever created. And with that, dear friends, I conclude my story for today. I hope you were impressed by the machines I showed. If you liked everything, then give a like, subscribe, and stay tuned for new videos. They will be coming very soon. Goodbye.